Hey everybody, this is Georgia with Ballerina Badass, and today I wanted to share with you some of my favorite stretches, warming up, warming down. As you can see here, I'm using one of my favorite tools, that is a foam roller. And foam rollers are usually available at like Pilates stores online, or you can just get it on Amazon. Just put in foam roller, and it's basically like a big rolling pin. It literally rolls your muscles out. It also helps with cellulite, I believe, personally. So think of it like a rolling pin on your flesh, and your flesh is the dough, and it is making it all nice and smooth. And of course, here I'm doing some splits for the first time in 4 months. I took a 4-month break after Giselle, and occasionally I did have to do a couple of music videos and dancey stuff, but not the same as full-on ballet. And man, my hamstrings love to just get really tight. So even doing any kind of split was a challenge for me. Here, this is one of my favorite exercises for rotators. So your rotators are those hip rotators. That's for developing the strength of your turnout. You've got your rotators, your adductors, and your abductors. That gets into a whole nother level that I recommend you look up in your biology book. God, it's so not a biology book. But anyways, it would be your anatomy books. But this is another one I love. Oh, I call it the butt squeeze. Again, what I'm trying to do is strengthen my turnout muscles and also my butt and my those lovely muscles underneath my legs. Obviously, I did not pay as much attention during the anatomy portion of my classes in college. And here I am finally taking these point shoes off. These are one of my pairs of Grishkos. This is the Grishko Nova. I love those shoes. And as you can see, I don't put any padding in my shoes. I do tape my toes because I still am developing enough calluses on all of my toe pads to not have to even use tape. But you want to be able to feel the floor as much as possible. Here I am at home doing a back stretch and reaching my arm around. And yeah. Jojo decides to come in and check me out. He loves to be a part of the stretch. What cat doesn't? And as you can see, once again, I'm doing those butt squeezes, and I love them. It's also obviously a challenge for my stomach, which, my God, it is true. If you do not stay on top of keeping your stomach tight, doing crunches or lifting up or sucking it in, ooh, that muffin top is just waiting to happen. And someone told me that muffin tops come from stress, but I think they come from cream of wheat and Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell, not gonna lie. I'm just doing a nice little neck stretch there. And then, oh, I love doing this. Just seeing if I can get my back as straight as possible with my legs above there. You can't see them, but it feels so good. And then just rolling it out. Again, I love to stretch my back. And then if you can see there in this one, this mainly stretches that quad on the front of my leg. So from the knee all the way up to the hip flexor, that muscle in front, when you lay like this, oh boy, do you get an amazing stretch. And it just feels so good. And my back is not on the floor, nowhere near, which shows you how far I have to go. I'm going to do the other side, and obviously I have to check myself in the camera to make sure I'm even in the camera. I'm really not that self-absorbed, although I have to say, sitting here with this weird bra top. Oh my God, I love this Nike set that I'm wearing of like sport bra top and underpant, but for some reason the part where your boobs go, it gets saggy. And really, I do have boobs to fill that out, but like this, it just makes it look like so sad. Okay, this is great. This was after class. I did a really nice thing for myself in working on my feet. I really recommend that you take time to work on your feet and legs both before and after class. But especially for me, my feet, because I've had foot problems. Having a nice arch means also having to do a lot more work to strengthen them. I've survived at least one stress fracture, and I've felt the makings of a second one on my right foot as of late. So I've been extra careful to try and strengthen my feet and give them a good stretch and lots of love. As you can see, I love to do individual toe massage and give them lots of love. And then I love to work on stretching the arch. But I do a ton of releves both in class, before class, in class, and after class, both on half point and on releve. And then I really want to get this fantastic strengthening device. It's like a round disc, but it's on a ball, and then you stand on the disc and you have to try and keep your balance. Let's see if I can get an insert of what that looks like. Okay, and these are wonderful. This is a great exercise to do with like a towel or a long scarf under your toes, and then you try and drag all of the scarf up under your feet, just using your toes and your arches. And then I love to do them backwards as well. So again, just working on building the strength in my arches and in my toes. And that is what makes it easier for me to dance on point without relying on a bunch of stuff like lamb's wool or toe pads or anything like that, because I'm able to lift out of the shoe. And guys, it's not just your feet. Oh, I love this, the foot roller. That really rolls out the muscles, by the way. But it's really not just your feet. You know, when I was a younger dancer, I relied entirely on my feet to hold me up and would just pound on them without really taking the time to work more on my rotators and adductors and lifting up my stomach and keeping myself lifted as tall and as lean and as light as possible. All of that takes the weight off of your feet. Plus having a good pair of point shoes that is built for the professional dancer, not just built for anyone, you know, Joe Schmo and Susie Farkle off the street to put on a pair of point shoes and start dancing. Grishko makes fantastic shoes. I love them. I stand by them. I love them. So this, if you can see, this blue TheraBand, this is my best friend. And this is the extra heavy one. I have different sort of thicknesses of TheraBand. Again, TheraBands you can get online or at your local Pilates workout place. I would assume so. I love to do Pilates at home. But I like to take each individual set of toes. As you can see, my second and third toe are a little bit webbed, so I tend to do them together. And then also just the whole foot at once. And I keep the foot parallel and try to really demand that I keep my foot in line with my knee and parallel as I do this exercise. And the pressure that comes from pushing against that TheraBand, it's amazing. Another foot strengthening exercise. So I like that. And then this one I love for strengthening the arch again and the point. And so even though I'm stretching my point, because I'm pushing against the TheraBand, oh my gosh, when you do double rond de jambe in à la seconde en l'air, and you just bring that foot out to stretch and point, it feels so good. And so, yeah, all of this is for not only a prettier point, but a stronger point, so that I can do some big jumps and some big leaps and some dancing, and the feet will also not turn into big fat flopping dolphins, as I like to call them. Nothing against dolphins, but yeah. So that's just a little bit more. Gotta love those bunions, right? Those are hereditary, by the way, not just for point. Thanks guys for watching, and be sure to subscribe and leave your comments below. And if you like this video, be sure to check out my video on the secret of the point shoe, talking about the actual makeup of the point shoe and what it was designed to do. And stay tuned for another video. I put up a video once, maybe twice a week, but it's a work in progress. So thank you everybody for watching, and this is Georgia Reed with Ballerina Badass.